I hope everything is okay at home. So my participation this time is related to the integrated project with other subjects, and I'm going to be working with you in checking your rationale. So during the project that you have to do, you will have to rationalize your claims or something that you express, your affirmations. So let's suppose Rosy Pelaez or Alex Jimenez ask you to say something about teaching using games to teach something. So you say a claim or you say something about using games to teach children, but they also ask you to rationalize about that. So I'm going to explain you what rationalize is about, and I'm going to give you some examples. So this presentation is called the rationale of a claim. So before we say something, let me tell you that you have done this before during my classes. So I don't think you will have any problems, or it's nothing new in this. I'm just going to provide you a very clear presentation of what is a claim, what is to rationalize, and how you can do it. Okay. So first of all, a claim could be understood as an action or process of affirming something or being affirmed. So basically, it's something that you say, something that you believe, something that you affirm about something. So that is a claim. Okay. On the other hand, rational, it's a set of reasons or a logical basis for a course of action of a particular belief. So, in other words, to rationalize means to say why, to provide reasons. Okay. So if we put these two words together to rationalize, or to the rationale of a claim means that you have to provide reasons or a logical basis of your claims or affirmations about something. Okay. Let me give you a very simple example. It's an example about a scientific belief or scientific truth. So for example, it says the claim is that H2O is an element that presents itself in 3 different forms, and that's a truth, that's a claim. So I'm going to rationalize about that. Obviously this is very simple, but it's just a simple example. Since I said that H2O presents in 3 different forms, then the rationale behind that is that it presents in the form of liquid, water, or vapor. It's a very simple example, but that is it about. Okay. My claim is that it presents in different forms, and then I'm giving a rationale. Obviously this rationale could be much more deeper and provide more information, but it's just basically that. Now, your claims and rationale should be based on your experience, practitioner teachers, right? So everything that you say, everything that you're going to write about will be based on your experience as practitioner teachers. Thus, your claims should be supported or rationalized on professional literature. So all the claims that you're going to write about will be based on your experience as practitioner teachers, because that is the project about. So let's suppose Rosy Pelaez or Nefer ask you, they set a task and they say, provide a rationale about the role of teachers in the design of a syllabus based on school needs. Let's suppose that they ask you to rationalize about this the role of teachers in the design of a syllabus based on the school needs. So in other words, you have to provide or give reasons why teachers, the role of the teachers in the design of a syllabus based. So I have just given you an example about this, and let me show you what is the development of this claim. So let me read it to you. In school-based syllabus design, teachers play a predominant role. So this is my claim, you see. My claim is that teachers play a predominant role. And this is very good. And it could be truth, right? Or not, I don't know. But the point is that you have to rationalize. What is the rationale behind that claim? So what are the reasons for you to say that? So what gives the support of this claim? Okay, then if we continue reading, we read that as they do not only apply the knowledge prescribed by experts, but also generate their own understanding, supported by their own experience and practice. So if you notice, I am giving you information, I am giving you reasons why I have given that claim. And I continue. This is vital as they know the school situation better than anybody else and can therefore make a unique contribution to the success of the syllabus. If you remember, I have just said before that your claims will be based on your experience as practitioner teachers, but also because of your claims are based on your practice, the rationale should be also based on professional literature. Okay, and professional literature means something that you have read about that claim. So in this case, I have read these authors right here that you know very well how to do it. You know how to quote them, right? And these claims and this rationale behind these claims are not as a product of my imagination. I've read on these and this information was provided by these authors. So my claim and the rationale is supported on professional literature. And since it is supported on professional literature, I have to provide a quote. Okay? So, when you are asked to provide a task where you have to give a claim and a rationale behind this claim, you have to provide also the author or the authors where you read about that claim or that rationale. So, if we analyze this paragraph, we say that number one, the claim is that teachers play a predominant role, and the rationale behind that claim is, or my claim is, that they do not only apply the knowledge prescribed by experts, they generate their own understanding supported by their own experience and practice. They know the school situations better than anybody else, and they can therefore make a unique contribution to the success of the syllabus. There are four facts behind that claim that give support to the idea that teachers play a predominant role. But it's very important that this number three, that this information didn't come from my own thinking, from my own understanding. I read that somewhere And obviously I have to quote that person, that author, that professional where I read from. Okay, so it's important also to do that. I have also provided all the information about using quotes and paraphrasing. You remember we have been doing this for a long time, but in case you forget or for you to have it just at hand, I have just provided this information here. So using quotes and paraphrasing, remember, you have to try to use a mixture of direct quotes or quotations and paraphrasing of sources throughout your manuscript. Remember, it's important to mix not only direct but paraphrasing too. Remember that. So remember that direct quotation should be used to make particular points or to make concepts stand up. And paraphrasing can be used to show that you have read or engaged with a particular source. So you know this. We've been working with this for a long time, as I said. So just for you to remind you that a direct quote, word from word, it's a direct quote, it's word for word from the source, all right? And paraphrasing is putting an idea or concept from a source into your own words. So you can read about in-text citations, remember. So when you cite in the text, when you quote someone in a text, okay. And then the different styles and forms to do it. You know that very well. This is citing one source, for example. So when you cite based on the author, remember this is the form you have to do it. Remember the year of the publication is in brackets. The name or the last name of the author goes outside. Remember, this is based on the author. When it goes based on the paragraph, on the text, remember, everything goes inside and to the end of the paragraph. Okay? So this is when you cite a secondary source, remember, like Pitt 2016, cited in Novel 2018, right? This is when you quote a secondary source. And then when you quote fewer than 40 words, remember, you have to use quotation marks and page number. This is very important. Quotation marks. And remember, when you provide quotations, when they are more than 40 words, there is also a style. Okay? Remember, when you provide direct quotations, always use quotation marks and page number for both cases. Okay? So this is all about it. I'm sure as long as the project continues, probably I will be with you again in a second or third video, but as long as the rest of the teachers tell you what to do, I will be intervening and telling you what to do. Okay? I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.